The time has come. It's time to tackle the first room of our rental apartment. I'm going to be taking our dark, cold, and a little bit basementy bedroom and turning it into a relaxing, calm space to sleep at night. Before we continue, please subscribe to see more videos like this. This is the second video of my Creating Home series, where we're taking the vintage rental that my fiance and I share with our dog and 2 cats and turning it and decorating it room by room. I'll be sharing our process, including realistic timelines, budget, and our approach that merges functional design with our colorful Japandi and mid-century inspired style. With that, let's kick things off with what's working and isn't working and our mood board before jumping into the actual makeover. So first, in terms of what's working on the functionality side, the size of the room for us is great. It's a relatively small room, but it fits our king-size bed, albeit a little bit in a strange location, and we'll talk about how we're going to deal with that functionally. But it fits what we need in the space, and we have the added bonus, a walk-in closet, which I've never had. So really looking forward and excited to have all that space and that organization. Also, the darkness of the room for sleeping. Now, one plus side of sleeping in a garden level or kind of basement space is that it is going to be dark at night. And so that's been really good as we've been sleeping in the space the last few weeks. The other thing in terms of furniture that we're bringing in, design-wise, that works and that feels right for us, we have a king-sized bed frame from the Floyd, a platform-style bed we really love, and that's going to be kind of a center for the room. We also have an art piece that I got at Home Goods probably 3 or 4 years ago that's going to help us draw the colors out for the room. So really excited to use those spots. Now let's talk about what's not working, because frankly, there's quite a bit of it right now. First, on the functional side, privacy. So going back to that one kind of half window that we have in the bedroom, right now it's backs out into a shared alleyway. People can look directly into our bedroom. To make matters worse, we did just get a new AC, which is fantastic, much less noisy than what we had before, but it's one of those U-shaped, and so it has window views on either side, and we can't cover it with the existing blinds. We're literally taking magazines and covering each corner right now. So we've got to figure out some ways to add more privacy into the space. Second, on the functionality side, is for nighttime phone charging and reading. Because we're living in an older space, the outlets aren't in the most convenient locations. So we're trying to think about how do we make sure that we have the space to charge our phones beside the bed, because inevitably that is where the phones lie, as well as getting lights in to read before bedtime. Then on the design side, I think we've touched on it enough. Some of the basementy feel, gray walls, pipes up above the wall, radiator on the ceiling, and a window AC. So we want to distract away from that, try to make the space feel cozier, lean into the darkness. It's a bedroom after all, but take away some of that kind of coldness that's in the space right now. The second thing along the similar lines is the ambient light in this room. Now all we have is a bright white boob light on the ceiling. We love those. It feels like a hospital, and so we're going to do some things to try to fix the lighting and make it feel more comfortable. It's painting day. So want to talk first through kind of the paint choices that we've made and the color that we've ultimately landed on. So as you can see, we have 4 different paints that we sampled. We've probably taken the last week a little bit more to think about what makes the most sense. The first 3 here are what we started with in terms of sampling. This one is a color that I had found in a picture online that I really liked. It was a similar room to this one with basement lighting and had a nice, in the picture, green tint to it. When it comes out in this room, it comes out pretty gray. In the middle is more of a greenish color. This is a bare color. Literally saw it in the store and was like, let's give this a try. It's more of an intermediary. And then the brown color, or the bottom color, because brown is my underlying feeling here. Again, this was supposed to be a little bit more green, and in this room it's coming out very dark. What is maybe unsurprising about the 3 is we wound up choosing none of them. This is just too gray. this is too green and this is too dark. So ultimately what we've landed on is this color here. It's Leapfrog by Sherwin Williams. And it has more of that greenish tint to it, but it's also brighter, which is really what we want for this space, especially since this room is dark right now. Even adding warm lighting, more light into the room over time, we're still not getting that much natural light. On top of that, we're really using this at nighttime the most. Sorry, the animals are being a little chaotic off to the side right now. It's a full house. It's really filling up in here. But yeah, so we landed on this color because it has more of that greenish color. It has more brightness to it while still feeling cozy, relaxing. So really excited to get painting. We started by sanding all of the walls, and then we took about 2 coats of paint for each wall. I did edging in the corners with a nice corner brush, while Noah used the roller. Okay, lighting's horrible, but the room is painted. I'm gonna do that to show it. Green looks kind of a little bit more vibrant in person than it's showing up on camera. Hopefully we'll get some better angles of it, but honestly, completely love it. It took us, I'd say, around 8 hours or so. We started way later in the day than we should. I think the thing that this was my first time painting a room. I think the thing that I didn't know was how long it's going to take for it to actually dry and for the smell to go away. So for us, it's actually been a couple of days, and we're just going to move back into the room tonight. We've been sleeping in the living room for the last 2 to 3 days. All right, so we're back. It's been probably about a week and a half since we moved back into the bedroom, and I'm going to give a few updates in terms of what we've done since and our most recent purchase. So you can kind of already see it here next to me. But we started pulling in some of our existing things like this painting, which we had in our previous bedroom, and brings in a lot of the green, the nice colors that we already have going in terms of the scheme here. We also worked on the lighting. We brought in a more orange bulb. We actually have a few light bulbs that change color temperature and that are activated by Alexa or whatever else. And so we brought those in, changed out the bulb there. It took probably 5 minutes. Other thing that we did was we bought some new curtains from Home Goods. We found them. It was probably about $20 for the curtain rod and $40 for the curtain. So we saved a lot more. I was honestly budgeting about $200 for curtains, so excited that we can use that there. Now, the piece that we did really splurge on that I'm excited to talk about is our bedspread. So I spent a lot of time thinking about what is going to go into this. How can we make sure that we have a bedspread that's beautiful, that's comfortable, that adds texture in here? Because again, the darkness of this room, its location in the basement, we really need to bring as much texture and color in as possible while coordinating with those strong green walls that we've already chosen. The other challenge in thinking about what we want for our bedspread is our cats. They really like to scratch, and we had a previous duvet cover that I purchased twice. It was relatively affordable, and it got scratched up and holes in it both times. That was like a fake linen kind of fabric, which is rife for cat attention. So what we wound up getting was from Quince in this terracotta color, and I'm going to pull it out. So first, this is the pillows, which we got in a velvety color to just add some more texture. And then the actual duvet cover is linen, which I know I just said I was worried about the cats when it came to linen. What I have read, and we will see if this holds true, is that when you're getting real linen, and specifically this specific type of linen that we got, that it's a lot stronger, and therefore it's going to hold up to more of those cat scratches. Now, I'm still holding out hope, fingers crossed. This is kind of a splurge purchase for us, so we'll see if it's a regret or not. All right, so we have a little DIY project that we're going to try today. We want to add a little bit more privacy into the bedroom because right now we're on that kind of basement garden level, and you can see directly into our room from the alleyway that is shared by the apartment building. So we got this window film here that we're going to try to add. Has some nice detailing. I'm trying to bring in some of the character from elsewhere into the apartment into this room that doesn't have as much of it. And we'll see what we can do in terms of putting that together. We've already taken the window AC out so that we can go ahead and apply the film throughout the window. To apply the window film, we started by measuring out what we would need on the wall, and then we cut out the piece accordingly. From there, we sprayed down the window and applied the film to it. We left a little bit of room around the edges and then applied it almost like you would a screen protector on a phone. From there, we cleaned it off and cut around the edges. It was actually a very quick and easy job, and I was glad in terms of the impact and the privacy it added. Okay, it is finally time to reveal the bedroom and the final look of the room. For context on the timing and how much we spent overall, on the timing front, it took us really about 2.5 months to get this room wrapped up. It's been our first room in the apartment. We've been unpacking overall, and it's been slow moving, especially in terms of the painting, in terms of balancing the other things. In terms of the cost overall, we obviously had some of the big pieces of furniture already, like our bed, the artwork, and then we paid for the rug, which was about $350, curtains, curtain rod, $60, as well as the paint. So all in, we were probably around $500 or so. All right, let's go on in and see it. So we stuck with the bed that we had already, and then we added in this new comforter that went in with the green walls that we painted. Absolutely in love with the green color. It was a little bit of a risk, and I'm really glad that we took it because I think it really leans into the darkness of the room. It really fills that vision in terms of making it a cozy, calm, relaxing space to sleep at night. We also added a green rug on the floor to go around with the colors, and the cats are here, of course, enjoying it. And the artwork really ties in a lot of the colors that we have throughout the space. Also, haven't fixed the ugly boob light yet, but we do have a lot more added warm lighting. So this space overall feels a lot cozier and comfortable. There's still more that I want to do in this space. Likely we'll put a cabinet in somewhere and have a little bit more decoration going on, but it's really a nice, calm space to relax and rest at night. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to see more like this. In our next video, we'll be tackling the living room. This is one of the most overwhelming projects for me. I'm really looking forward to bringing in a 70s retro style living room.